Hi everyone, welcome to Chawanji, my YouTube channel. And on this channel, I do talk about business, finance, and life in general. My name is Lillian. So I am creating my Dream Life series. So these are some of the Dream Life series, and I believe everybody can create the life of their own life they've always dreamed, they've always dreamt of, and live, their life to the fullest. So I am showcasing the things that I am doing to live that life that I've always wanted to live. So these are things that I do that I think anyone can do to be able to improve on their lives financially, socially, physically, and mentally. So you can do the same things and be able to live the life that you want to live. And whatever I talk about is not like the gospel, the gospel truth, but these are the things that I am using that are working for me that I also believe can work for somebody else. So I strongly believe I'm easily relatable to anybody else, like any other random person. That you can also use the same skills, same develop the same habits to try and improve on your life. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to train your brain. So everything stems from your brain and continues to be able to stem down, and you're able to do these things physically, so able to live the life that you want to live. So point number one is read every day. So I read every day. For some of you who've been following my channel for a number of months, um, I do read. You do know that I read every day. So I read every day for 2 hours. Uh, Most of the time, I read before I go to bed. Now that I got a new job, I don't do nights as often as I used to. So I'm able to read on a daily every single day. Whereas previously, I was reading after my night shifts, I was reading for an hour before I went to bed. And then my last, whilst on break at work, I was reading then. So now I read 2 hours prior to going to bed, and then that way I'm able to wind down, from what the day's been like, and develop new ideas. Try to, broaden my vocabulary, my understanding on things. So I read, a lot of self-help books, a lot of financial books, a lot of anything that's going to be able to develop, my understanding on the things I am doing. I read. So reading every day, there's so many benefits of reading, but reading every day is one way of training your brain to be able to think, to be able to analyze things, critically think through ideas, through points and things that you've seen, and whatever things that happens through your life, you're critically thinking, so you're able to make an informed decision. And then point number two is writing down ideas. I'm in the process of developing a journal, but it's going to be both an annual planner and also a journal. But it's all based on 4 quarters, that we use in business. So at the moment we're in the quarter one, then it's quarter two, three, and four. And quarter four is the most financial quarter for most businesses because you have Christmas, Boxing Day, you have Black Friday. So I am basing my annual planner on those 4 quarters. So and the journal. So I'm saying this to say that writing down your ideas, it helps you to follow through. So it's kind of like a guesstimate of when you're going to be able to pursue whatever goals you want to pursue, or whatever task you need to be able to perform. All these things, if not written down and they just skip them in your brain, you find that you easily miss out things that you would want to do because you rely on your brain. And some have got like a good, good brains. Me personally, my brain is like a sieve, so I've got to be able to write it down because once it's written down, I feel like it's going to follow suit. I have to follow suit by performing or by acting on that task that I've written down. So write down your ideas on when you want to do certain things, or on what you're planning on doing. I find that it makes things so much easier for you to be able to follow through and do whatever you need to do. Exercise on a weekly basis. Now, as we all know, as it says on the tin, so exercising greatly enables you to live a much healthier life. So when you're exercising, you're trying to improve on your health. mentally and physically. So I strongly encourage people to exercise. But exercise is dependent on what you want to do with your body. Do you want to tone down? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain that weight? Whatever the case may be, it's ideal to be able to exercise. But then that comes from, to me, I find it easier that if I write down that I'm going to be able to exercise, that following week, what exercise am I going to be doing and why am I doing them? What are they for? Are they for me to be able to make sure that I've got a flat tummy? Am I working on my bottom? Am I working on my arms, on my abs? Whatever the case may be, I always have to write it down. So exercising helps you it has so many benefits, as you know. So exercising on a daily is another way of training your brain. Get out of your comfort zone. So getting out of comfort zone for me has been along the lines of eating. I'm not tech savvy, and one of my mentors actually told me, "Can you stop saying you're not tech savvy?" I mean, nobody grows up. Nobody's born knowing how to operate a computer or do whatever task they need to. Whatever skills they can use on the computer. You learn these things. So I had to. I've had to learn. I heard a lot of things around IT because I know that these skills are going to they're going to enable me to build my business, take my business to the next level, having an understanding of how things operate. I may not be able to do the thing specifically, because it might need an expertise, an expert. It might need further expertise, but I know what needs doing, if you know what I mean. For instance, if I need to create a landing page, I know what a landing page is. I know what I need to be able to create that landing page. I know what it's going to take me to do to create that landing page, what steps I need to take, like how do I go about it. If I need someone to do that for me in a short space of time, how can I go about it? Where do I need to get the skills, someone to be able to do that for me? So understanding all those things, all the technical jargon is a great way of coming out of your comfort zone. We all have different things that we're not comfortable with, but we know that they're going to greatly empower our well-being. They're going to greatly improve our financial status. They're greatly going to improve how we interact with other people. I'm an introvert, so I struggle with that. Like I've got to be able to come out of my shell, come out of not being able to interact with other people, because I know that when I run an online business, I've got to interact with other people that are like-minded. So when it comes to networking, I'm not going to be able to network if I'm just going to sit there and listen. I've got to be able to share my ideas, give some advice or pick on other people's ideas, that sort of thing. So interacting with other people greatly got me out of my comfort zone. So we all know what we're comfortable doing. We all know that things that we can do with our eyes shut. So, and there are certain things that we know we've got to learn, we've got to be able to do, but we have to come out of our comfort zone so we're able to perform these things and do whatever we need to do. And then that brings us to another point, which is having a to-do list. I can't stress enough on how important you need to have a to-do list. To me, I personally think that if it's not written down, it's not going to get done. I've got to write it down such that I am able to go ahead and do that task. Like today, one of the tasks that I had to do was to shoot multiple videos. So it had to be written down because I'll be like, it, when I write it down, it helps me from procrastinating. If I don't have a to-do list, I easily slip into procrastination, and I don't want to be doing that. I'm so determined this year to do the things I've set out to do. So procrastination it cannot happen. So I rely that on my to-do list. My to-do list is my go-to thing that I use such that I'm able to do the things that I've set out to do. So a to-do list, honestly, it just takes things to the next level. I strongly advise anyone to have a to-do list because it greatly helps you to achieve your tasks for the day, for the week, for the month, and before you know it, you've been able to achieve all the things that you set out to do for that quarter, for that year, and you're living your life to the fullest, or you're living your life to things you've set out to do. So having a to-do list is a key factor in achieving your goals. And then lastly is time to meditate. Now, prior to starting my online business, meditation was a thing of, I always thought meditating is something for the weirdos. And little did I know that I was so, so wrong on so many levels. But since I started meditating, I've had so much improvement in productivity, stress reduction, regulating my mood. It's, like much as we exercise and we know that's going to be, something that's going to greatly improve on our body, our mind, the way we think. Meditation, on the other hand, greatly improves the way I think, the way I do things, how I breathe, how I manage to stay calm in certain circumstances where I would normally not stay calm. But when I meditate, it has greatly improved the way I interact with other people, because normally I'll be ready to go back and forth with certain people. But since meditating, I see things in a different light. Um, the way I think, the way I talk, um, it's all been because of meditating. And my routine is like I meditate. Once I've meditated, then I read, then go to sleep. My sleep pattern, the way I sleep, has greatly improved. So there's so many benefits of meditating, and I strongly urge everybody to start meditating. So, like I always say, visualize your higher self, show up as them, and be the change that you want to see. See you next time. Bye.